Hello again, everybody. This video is very long and I am very tired, so I'm going to keep this intro as short as I possibly can for time's sake. Basically, I did say I had a special video coming up. This was it. Gamers Nation reached out for an interview and I accepted, so here we are. Apologies if I say something that's a little weird or I repeat or anything like that, because I did this very loosely scripted and, I don't do well in conversations, so I am sorry about that if you have to listen to me, kind of be weird, but yeah, without further ado, just, enjoy the show. Alright, so first question, one that's been pretty much on everyone's mind since it happened, is why did you take back your initial apology video and then just started doing the exact same thing again? Because, a lot of people were pretty confused by that, including me.
Okay, honestly, it wasn't easy, but it was the thing of like I tried, I changed, I made different content. I made so many different videos. Like I made gaming, I made reactions, I made like a lot of family-friendly videos, like the coronavirus video, the Christmas video, but like no one really seemed interested. My views like plummeted, and I'm not saying it was because of views. It was just because I felt people didn't even care if I did change.
Yeah, I
And
can get that.
the community that was already supporting me for the content that they used to watch, they stopped watching it because I stopped making it. So
Hmm.
it kind of like got all confusing.
Yeah, I get how that can be kind of confusing because, I guess you did kind of build up an audience with those old videos, even though, they weren't the best morally, I suppose. So, yeah, I can see how that could be, a bit of an issue and how you'd want to go back on that. So, it's not really an angle I thought of before, but anyways. I guess that's kind of, that answers the next question also, which was, why did you keep going even after it was made clear that a lot of people weren't, behind your content or what exactly you were doing? So, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah, it does. But like I said, it's just a lot of people I had the audience that did like that, and I had the audience that did not like that. So it was like a fair balance. Then when I like switched into the change of the content, it all plummeted down. And I'm not saying the content like it was not sexual. That's for sure. Everyone knows that. It
Yeah.
was just thumbnails, and they were like, I'm not gonna lie, they were misleading for a time, but then I stopped all of that, and it all started making sense. Like I stopped with less meaningless thumbnails to videos that doesn't even like make sense to it, and I started making thumbnails that do make sense to the video and the title and so on.
Yeah. Anyways, I think like I was told about like this kind of on Twitter, but how I want to hear it from you. How did you manage to get your channel back in the first place?
Okay, like I told you, the thumbnails were the only problem with the videos. That's what I told YouTube, and through the research, they did conclude that the problem was actually from the thumbnails, and like they went back with the videos, and they did see that I did change, like from the history, I did change a lot of thumbnails from back then. So yeah, they concluded that the channel does not break YouTube guidelines, and I'm fully monetized and the
Oh,
channel is
okay.
fully back,
That's
except for the latest problems.
yeah, that's pretty interesting. So I guess they thought the problem was with the videos themselves, and they weren't aiming towards the thumbnails, which is, I guess, a little more understandable because thumbnails aren't really that upheld within the guidelines. They're not something that could get you terminated, which I did kind of suspect at first. But anyways, why'd you start with like the weird clickbait stuff in the first place? Because I looked back through your channel like when I first started doing videos on you, and it seemed that you kind of like switched from like Movie Star Planet to doing this kind of stuff. So I just wondered what that kind of what made you do that.
It actually started from our world to Movie Star Planet to Gacha, but it was not like if you know me, I don't think you do know me because I started with my most like known series, Sugar Daddy, then 50 Shades of Senpai, and both of them like thumbnails weren't clickbaity. They were all of the context of the story. Like it did not have what's in the thumbnail, but it was in the same context of, like
Yeah, it's just like
gold
embellished a little bit.
digger, blah blah blah. So it did not start as clickbait. First
Yes.
7 videos were the same series, and then 50 Shades of Senpai were like 4 or 5 episodes which did not like have any clickbait in them. Even the thumbnails were like the titles weren't even sexual.
Yeah. So. In one of your videos, like the alpha female, you put like this little let's talk segment before the video where you say that you want to do, like you did do some good in the community, and then like one of those examples is that you're interacting with the community as well as respecting, and I'm assuming you meant like respectful there, so I just kind of want to ask why you felt the need to put that in there because it didn't really do much from what I gathered, but you also mentioned more segments like that in following videos that I really couldn't find those, so I only really skimmed the beginning of the bits because I didn't really have time to watch like every single video.
Okay, trust me, I did like a lot of that. A lot of let's talk, a lot of me explaining, but it just does not work to the level that I don't know, like my depression level or anxiety or just couldn't take it anymore. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. They like listen, it's okay. If they don't, they don't. Personally, I've been like in contact with a lot of YouTubers. I'm not gonna mention any names, but back in the day, I was like in one of the most known gacha YouTubers Discord server. I was one of the first people to join it. I was like really active with other gacha tubers, and from the way they were interacting with people, they like without mentioning any names, they weren't like replying to comments. They would be making fun of comments. They wouldn't be interested about the fans or what they say. Like it was not like that for me. Like I was always the one that comment back, the one that replied, the one that hurts. And from my old fans, they will all say like he used to check each and every comment. He would be spending hours. I would be uploading to Instagram how many like people I'm replying to. So I did feel like I was um, and I know people are gonna take this like as hate or take it against me, but personally, I feel like I did really care about my community at least and try to be the most interactive one with all of them.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Um, Forgive me for this, but I do believe that a lot of people really didn't see it like that because they really saw it like at least from an outsider's perspective as you trying to like cover up some of the things you did because a lot of people really do think that you're making their community look really bad. And that's why a lot of people I guess, you know, from my side of things, I guess that's why you get kind of a lot of flack. I don't know if this is like I don't know, like bad to say or whatever, but a lot of people really just kind of they didn't really see it as you trying to explain that. I felt like they saw it as kind of like not a I can't find the right word for this. I'm sorry. I'm not very good on my feet when it comes to things. I forget, but
Mm,
um I guess I didn't really see it as you trying to explain things, which I just said like a million times before, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it
Um
didn't look good, didn't it?
I don't think it really did. I'm sorry,
No,
but
okay.
a lot of people really
No,
just
that's okay.
yeah. I guess people really didn't see like the importance in it because it kind of felt like, you know, a really small thing that didn't exactly outweigh all the other things you did. And I suppose they really just it didn't really stack up, I guess, because a lot of people are not interactive, and that's kind of like the status quo for YouTubers because as you get larger, a lot of people kind of, you know, disconnect with their fan base because I know it happened to me. Like the moment I started getting like a bunch of comments, I just physically could not keep up with all of them. So, being interactive
Yeah.
with an audience, while it is nice to have, it really isn't commonplace in a lot of big YouTube kind of circles. So, it just didn't really I guess it lessened the impact of it, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what I'm trying to get across here, but yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I got like confused in all of this, but yeah, I get your idea. It's something that doesn't feel important, but if you like you're in my position, you would feel how hard it is to like keep up with tens of thousands of comments just because you care. So it felt like a lot to me, and I guess because I was, I don't know, like having a lot of drama, can't keep up with it, a lot of hate. I just like I was acting out or just saying what's inside my heart, nothing else.
Yeah, I can understand that because like after a while if you get like a, you know, a shit ton of hate, people start, you know, getting really mean and, you know, can start to get to you. And I guess, you know, sometimes like the emails you read in your initial apology video, yeah, those were fucking terrible, and I'm sorry you had to, deal with people like that. But overall, I really think that a lot of people don't actually hate you. They just kind of they dislike what you're doing to their community because the gacha community is already just seen as like this, cesspool of kids and gross things. And I guess the thumbnails really didn't help with that. And you're like a really big creator, so I guess they feel as if that your platform is way too big to be kind of advertising that kind of stuff.
Ye- Yeah, yeah, but the problem is they were comparing me to people like okay, I don't want to say her name. She was so famous and she lost her channel. She was making like sexual
Yeah, I think I
content.
know what you're
And
talking about,
then
or who, more like. But if
he,
I'm getting.
she had over 100,000 subscribers. Like I don't know, she got hacked or whatever, but
Oh, what
it,
happened to her
it's
was kind of a big thing. I wasn't exactly involved in it. I had like if I know who you're talking about, which I'm pretty sure I am, but I guess I had kind of like a brief role in it. I didn't directly involve myself with it, but um, I guess she wasn't
yeah,
hacked. It was more of like kind of blackmail sort of thing. So it wasn't
yeah, yeah.
great, but from what I've gathered, she has changed. So there's that.
Yeah, but thing is, like back then they used to compare me to her, which like it did not make any sense to me. Like even if like when I do reactions, I did two reaction videos, and trust me, when I was watching the gacha videos that were being made on the YouTube platform, I couldn't believe it. Like, okay, I kind of sometimes went too far with the thumbnails, and I know that, and I did learn from it so many times, and I did go down way too many notches, but apparently not enough. But I did never do such thing as like the other sexual gacha tubers do. Like it's things that I couldn't believe to the level when I was making the reaction videos. So many times I stopped recording and I'm like, I should stop this. Like it's so like fucked up to even react to.
I know,
And those
right?
videos, like the next day, each and every video that I did react to, the next day they did get like removed from YouTube. So that did make sense after that.
Hmm. Yeah, I honestly never really get why people put that on YouTube because it's just not a very like smart thing to do, I suppose. But yeah. Um
No, yeah, and it's messed up. Kids are the ones making it, so it is really messed up.
yeah. I guess that I briefly scrolled through your comment sections on some of your more recent videos and a lot of people were like I guess criticizing you and giving you like advice. Just from like a few that I saw. Like some of them were just, being like, normal commenters, but I guess like how do you feel about those and like you ever plan to take them into consideration?
Okay, trust me, I haven't checked comments in over 2 months.
Oh yeah,
Because
that does
honestly,
make
like,
sense.
yeah, no, it went too far to the level like I was gonna go to. I didn't even want to mention this, but it went so bad that my depression level was like I couldn't even like open social media or get on my laptop or do YouTube. It hurts. It's comments, and people think it's just words on the screen. But when you get it in person, then you get emails on Gmail and on Twitter, and then people telling you to die. It kind of was overwhelming.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of forgot about that point, but when I was writing this, but yeah. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people do take their hate way too far, but there are a lot of people that have, genuine criticisms of you. And while they are not like, I guess I can't really, I'm not you, so I can't really say like the ratio of, insane people to rational people. But yeah, I guess it is kind of something that I, didn't really think about the fact that, you get like so much hate that it would be, hard to engage with those kinds of things because I personally, um, I do get where you're coming from because I do get a lot of like pushback myself, but it's not nearly as much as you obviously. So sorry if that was like an odd thing to say. I was just trying to relate a bit, but yeah, I can totally
No.
get where you're coming from.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, it's okay. It's just that people don't like know what others are going through, although they don't even know them, and they make comments, and they have some point, and I do like understand where they're coming from, but you need to know someone to like, you know, comment on, not just like watch someone who got yeah, this person really hurts me. like there's someone that got 2 million views on their video, and it was just entire hate on my channel. That was like in the beginning of the hate, and like I'm pretty sure 70% of that video did not make any sense to me. So
Hmm.
it's just like some things really don't make sense.
Yeah. Anyways, like, one of the last questions. Did you actually consider or do you actively consider yourself part of the gacha community, or were you just kind of in it for the video, so to speak?
No, it's not about that. Trust me, I tried to like make a special type of a gacha community. I didn't want to stay like I don't know in the middle. I just wanted to create a more different videos. I tried to make it different for a different community. Like for most of my videos, if you did notice, I did remove the gacha in the title, and it was just animated series. And then when I make the videos, I used to always say 13 plus or 16 plus. The videos weren't sexual to be 13 or 16 plus. I just was aiming to, take a special category because, there's kids watch gacha, there's semi-adults, there's teens. So
Yeah.
I, it's too complicated to say I was in the gacha community. But no, I was like, if you're implying about money, I never did do it for money. I started YouTube like 6 years ago, and I practically didn't make anything for the first like 3 years.
All right. So, I do believe that uh, I guess so. So you were trying to like get like kind of a specific age group to watch your videos, which is why you put like all the tags of the blank plus. So,
Hmm.
that's interesting because I guess you used it. What you're trying to say maybe is like what I'm, getting this as you tried to use Gotcha more as a tool rather than actually be part of its community. Is that right?
No, no, no. I didn't. Yeah, yeah. Okay. No, that
Like
makes
you,
sense.
like
Yeah,
you
I
just
did
used it
use.
as what it was meant to be, just kind of like a platform to make things, but you didn't exactly want to attach yourself to the people that liked it. I guess the
Ye-
fandom. I'm sorry if I'm not
Yeah,
making
yeah.
any
When you
sense
said
here.
no, no, no. When you said tool, I'm like, wait, are you talking about money again? But then no, I'm starting to realize. Yeah, I did use gacha as any other like animated making thingy. You just use it for the animations. So there's not a lot, and Gacha is like a really, really good app. So that was the whole idea, yeah.
Yeah, because I guess it's kind of hard to connect Gotcha with other like platforms like drawing programs or animating studios or whatever because, it's like not like Metabang Paint actually has like a fandom or anything, so it's kind of hard to,
Yeah.
it is easy to misconstrue the two kind of ideas, but yeah.
Yeah,
Um
trust me, my whole idea was to make things like the infographic show or my story animated, but I just implied it on Gacha's version. And if you want to be truthfully honest, you check yeah, don't mind saying their names, infographic show, animated series, my story animated. All of them make the same content that I do with almost the same thumbnails, and they do not get any hate practically or like in comparison to what I get right now. So
well,
I took it as I'm doing like that, but here in the gacha community, they're kind of more sensitive to content.
yeah,
So that's what
because
brought me down.
like a lot of their user base is kids and they're very just kind of because you don't want kids seeing all that stuff, and rather than the other platforms, which I guess have a more ambiguous target audience because they're not exactly using like kid specific platforms, but the My Story animated videos, they actually do get kind of a bit of backlash, and not a lot of people really don't like their thumbnails at all. I guess they're not like this like I wouldn't say that they're like there's like a bunch of them and they're all like
Yeah, I
identical, so
mean,
it's hard to pinpoint exactly which one gets
yeah,
the most hate. So
yeah. I get your idea. But yeah, it's just all complicated. And honestly, I had a point that I really did want to mention, but we got dragged into this that I totally forgot. So yeah, maybe in another video.
we have time. I can't exactly remember how long we've been here, but it's only been about 10 minutes. So, go ahead.
No, trust me, I don't remember.
Oh,
It's like
sorry.
completely out of my head.
Yeah, so I guess this is kind of wrapping up the end of the video. So do you have anything you'd like to say before, we go off air?
Oh, okay. I remembered one of them. So, I don't remember if it was you or someone else, but someone did say steal content or like art from my
Oh
merch.
yeah, the merch shop thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to imply that I did not do that. I've never like did steal merch. If it's icon taken on my merchandise, it's either from the website that I'm using that I did pay money for, like it's like a subscription, or it was Google ones that were taken from Google and they were fully copyright free. So just
Uh,
wanted to like make this clear.
I guess that's not like the best practice, I suppose, because free clip art, that's kind of like I'm not really sure about the ins and outs of the copyright and whatever and all that, but other people's art, if you just like get someone's art off Google, chances are that they're not gonna be okay with you like putting it on merch and selling it. So just for future reference, maybe try to stick with like clip art or something from people that aren't like just kind of individual artists.
Yeah, it was like my manager doing that, so I'm gonna
Uh,
go back to him and check if everything is clear.
all right, yeah. So I guess like the best kind of advice I'd have is to double check where you're getting the art from because if it's from somebody that's just kind of like a freelance artist, they don't really have like they're not like part of a big corporation. I feel like it would be best to, skip out on that.
Yeah, no, I would never do that. But
Yeah.
seriously, thank you for having me, and I'm glad we had this conversation.
Yeah, it was
Conversation.
yeah, sorry. It was good to, ask some questions, talk things out. So, yeah, it was pretty nice having you on. Thank you for coming. And yeah, I'm just probably going to segue into an outro once I edit this. So, see you guys later, and yeah, well, I'll end it here. Alright, so that was the interview. Hopefully you enjoyed or learned something. I know I did. It was a very interesting conversation to have. And, yeah, I'll be ending the video here. I do not have the energy to, go into my usual outro spiel because, oh my god, this took so long to render and edit. But yes, it's finally done. And, just follow me on my social medias in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.